Hey everyone, this is Luca and welcome to another episode of the Buster Monkey. How have you been? I hope everything is good. It's been super fun to put together this painting. It's really different from what I used to do, as you can see if you follow my work on my website, my socials, or wherever you see my stuff. But it was a challenge, like a sort of personal challenge. I wanted to stay graphic again, but I wanted to push everything super far, and I wanted to do something that I would have never done if it wasn't for me pushing it. So I don't know, let me know what you think about it, and let's dive into it. After studying the composition, I have a clear idea, pretty much an idea of what I'm gonna do. I start putting together a grid, a perspective grid is gonna make your life way easier. And then I start to put together buildings, shapes, and a direction. So that anyway, I have an idea of where I'm going. And then here I started to define the street, the asphalt, the concrete and everything, just to have a sort of a guide of a final result, at least to have something more detail to follow. So I decided that the street in this case was the quickest one, but at the same time needed to be cool and not less important than the buildings, which we'll see in a little bit. They took me quite a while just to try to make them different and but cool, but at the same time not too busy, but at the same time not too clean and easy. Also because I had a couple of references in front of me of New York City, and I tried really to put together a mix of everything that I was seeing in those pictures, and I hope it's not too overwhelming, but it's still clean enough at the end. But as you can see, I start from the far background, also because that was the critic part, but also the quickest. And I can be super detailed, but also I want to be kind of flat, because I don't need too many details out there, and you will see throughout the painting that I'm going to change that part quite often, also because I'm adjusting the lighting and everything. Coming towards the camera, I start to understand that the foreground might have been too dark, arriving to the first part, but also I had the light from the left side of the painting, as you will see. So I thought, okay, I can play with the light coming from the left, also in the buildings behind. Of course, that seems obvious, but at the same time it wasn't too easy in this style, at least for me. It might be different for you. Pushing the shapes a lot was the challenge here. So the building that I just did has a super tall windows that I thought was just fun to make them super tall and to play with the reflections of those clouds that I did. Also, I think it's worth to mention, this is a glass building. It was super fun to play just with reflections and pure imagination on what that building could reflect. But anyway, I was also playing with a cool new brush here. It's kind of there's a texture on it. It's grungy, but also it's clean and can be used for medium, big, wide shapes. But also it works very well with small stuff. Something that I had in mind that I had to pay attention, I knew since the beginning, was the separation of the buildings anyway. Also because it's not easy to make a clear separation of them if they're all attached like that. So I was playing with shapes, with square square angles, but also some more rounded areas, even if I wanted to stay squarey and blocky in terms of mood. Not mood, like let's say sensation that you get when you see this. Adding some rounded areas, as I said before, lines and circles, everything that can help to break these little rules that I was trying to set, and also paying attention to the values of these paintings. So I always have black and white adjustment layers on top that helps me throughout the painting to understand where I'm going and if I'm following everything. In this case, I didn't have any thumbnail, anything before, any sketch. I just went completely rough through the whole process of the final look of the painting. So this is crazy. I know, I just wanted to have fun, and it took a little bit too long for my perspective, but again, this was completely new to me, and I've had so much fun, and I think I've learned stuff doing this. Something that's worth mentioning is the temperature that I'm gonna use in this painting. You see the constant change of light, and also the warm and cold contrast that is going to create also in shadows and lit areas. So for example, these glasses that I'm painting here, I always put some cold areas in a smaller amount, or either warmer areas in a smaller amount or bigger amount, whatever. They're never even 50-50. There's always a majority somewhere, depending what I'm painting. And it was fun to paint these windows. I was just learning through the painting, and I decided to use a technique just to spread a big hard brush on top of them. They're not super perfect. I didn't care at all about that. Also because that's the style. It's perfect, but it's not. I mean, I don't know if you get what I mean. The lines are of course not perfectly vertical or horizontal. That was kind of the rule. And here I was having fun just breaking the lines and breaking the shapes in order to have the light being a big role in this painting. I feel like I'm saying this painting too many times, but anyway, I apologize for that. Okay, cars time. This was super fun. Again, as you can see, I just go without drawing and without any kind of preparation, and I think the goal again was to be genuine and first pass almost, just few corrections at the end for the values, and that's it. I wasn't looking for a specific look of these cars. I don't know what kind of car they are, but I guess that was a taxi, the yellow one. So yeah, I just needed you to know that. And as you can see on the right, there's just a car that you can see half of it, pretty much half of it, and I wanted that just to break the composition a little bit and have some more dynamic, a more dynamic look of everything. Also playing with some bloom light from the left, and the painting is done. Crazy how fast it is seeing this fast forward. Anyway, as I said, this was really fun for me, and I've learned some new stuff that I'm gonna use in the next paintings. Next paintings will be something that I'm gonna study for my personal story Eclipse, and I want you to be part of it, and to have suggestions and everything that you can have. So I'm gonna try to sketch the first 3 thumbnails at least, or to find the first 3 views through black and white sketches. I really hope you like the idea. It's gonna be super fun but super messy at the same time, but that's the fun part. So, but jumping back to this painting, because this is what I just finished, let's not think about the next one yet. Please let me know if you have any suggestion, idea, comment, request, whatever you can have. Please write me a comment, a message, or anything that you want in any social that I have. I read every message that you have for me, and thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate the love that you spread for my work. With that said, okay guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.